Hey there, explorers. Welcome to Curious Sparks, the show where we dive into the coolest, most exciting topics that you love, like monster trucks and yeah, even Barbie dolls. Yep, it's all here. So here's how it works. Each episode is like a mini adventure. We uncover fun stories, discover amazing facts, and honestly, just explore together. And, well, I'm your guide on this wild ride. You can call me Max Velocity. But wait, did you know? Curious Sparks is all about you. That's right. Every time you tune in, you're helping me on this journey of discovery. Isn't it cool to think of yourself as part of this adventure? So, ready to ignite that curiosity and dive in? Let's go. No holding back.
Hey, Curious Sparks. It's Max Velocity here, your trusty science sidekick, and today we're about to get our hands a little, well, sticky. Seriously, we're talking about why some things just love to stick, while others slide away faster than a cat on a tile floor. Okay, so let's start with a simple question. What actually makes something sticky? I mean, think about glue. You use it in crafts and school projects, but what is it really doing? Glue works because it sneaks into the tiny spaces on the surfaces you're sticking together, then sort of hardens and holds things tight, like a microscopic superhero gripping two villains so they can't escape. Tape's another one. Peel it off, and it's got that grippy side, right? That's all thanks to special sticky chemicals called adhesives that love to hang on to just about anything. And then there's peanut butter. Haha, I've got a story for you. When I was a kid, I once tried to invent a snack sandwich with way too much peanut butter. No joke, I got it smeared from my fingertip all the way up my arm. It felt like I'd glued myself together. My mom still laughs about the peanut experiment gone wild. So what do all these things, glue, tape, peanut butter, have in common? It's something called stickiness, but in science we call it adhesion. Molecules stick to other things, kind of like how you can't help but want to pet a super fluffy dog. Except, with atoms instead of hands. Here's an idea. Can you think of something sticky in your house? Maybe it's honey, jelly, or even a banana that got smushed on your counter. Why do you think it sticks? I'll give you a hint. Weird, invisible forces called molecular attractions are often the secret. Speaking of sticky, it's time to meet a very special friend of mine, Sticky Sam. Now, Sticky Sam is famous around Inventon for not letting go of things. Ever. Last week, Sam tried to build a tower using everything sticky they could find. Glue sticks, duct tape, marshmallows, you name it. And if you ever wondered what a living snowball looks like, that was Sam by the end. Anyway, I was thinking, let's try our own sticky challenge. If you're at home right now, go ahead and grab some tape, maybe even a few objects like a spoon, a plastic toy, or a piece of paper. Test which things the tape sticks to best. What slides right off? My record is, 3 failed attempts with a rubber ball. It just wouldn't stick, not even for a second. It's all part of the fun, right? Oh, and here's something wild. Did you know sticky notes, the ones you use for reminders, were invented totally by accident? Yup. Scientists at a lab were trying to invent a super strong glue, but ended up with a really weak one instead. Turns out, it was perfect for making notes that stick, but not too much. Sometimes, even in science, the best things come from sticky mistakes. So now that we've had our fill of sticky, let's play a little game I call the Sticky versus Slippery Showdown. Picture this. You've got honey in one hand, syrup in the other. Both drippy, gooey, kinda delicious if we're being honest. Which one do you think is stickier? I tried this experiment after breakfast once, and it got a little messy. Spoiler alert. Honey usually sticks better to a spoon, but syrup just runs off if you're not quick. Why is that? It mostly comes down to how thick or viscous a substance is and what the molecules inside want to do. Slippery stuff, like soap or oil, has molecules that like to slide past each other, so nothing gets stuck for long. That totally reminds me. At Inventon's community workshop, we had this great slippery slide event. The idea was simple. Who could slide the farthest on a sheet covered in soap? We thought we'd see a few kids go a couple of feet, but we almost had people landing in the art room next door. Soap is way slipperier than we realized. So, here's a thought before we wrap up. If you could invent your very own sticky substance to solve a problem, maybe keeping your shoes from slipping or making sure your favorite toy doesn't fall off the table, what would it be? There's a scientist in everyone, and sometimes a big idea starts with just a tiny sticky mess. All right, my friends, that's a wrap on today's Sticky Spectacular. Keep asking questions, keep experimenting, And remember, sometimes being a little sticky is just the start of an awesome adventure. I'll catch you next time on Curious Sparks.